We'll start out with the Afterglow controller that I got from shopgoodwill.com. You can't actually test it out, unfortunately. I don't have a battery cover, which is no big deal, but I don't have the dongle. It's supposed to come with a dongle. It didn't come with it, so I can tell you how it feels. It feels like shit. By request, we picked up a PowerA wireless controller manette. Sans feel. I need a knife. So, we're not too much of an unboxer here. We're not unboxing things. Who gives a shit? It's a box. Other people can unbox your shit for you. I'm not gonna. You got this nice plastic holder in case you want to display it on your shelf proudly. So it does come with a dongle, apparently. This is the PowerA wireless controller. I don't even think it has like a special name. Ew. This thing... Okay, so the actual plastic of this is awful. It feels like crap. This texture is kind of nice. You could file down your nails on while you're waiting cutscenes when you're playing Metal Gear Solid. The PS button shit, it's kind of nice that it has, you can tell it has 1, 2, 3, 4. So, whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4 around the outside here. Kind of like a Xbox controller. Ah, I like to see these rubber start and select buttons. Oh no. Ew. Look how big this controller is. Look at this. It's so much chunkier and it's more like an Xbox controller, which is fine. I actually like that, but the buttons, they're bad. Plastic is shit. This is shitty. These are, oh, no. Why did you do this to me? Oh my gosh, we're gonna give this away. Let us know in the comments below if you want this controller. First person that says they want it gets this controller. I'm gonna ship it right to you. Actually, you know what? What I might do, I might send this to the guy who asked me to review it because now I don't know if we're friends any longer. The dongle has a connect button on the end in case you won't, I don't know, you found a dongle, had a different controller, had a different one of these, and you need to connect it again. We need batteries. Can you grab me three AAA batteries? What the hell is this controller? Honestly though, the X, circle, square, and triangle buttons, face buttons, are not terrible. The sticks don't feel bad, it's just the controller itself feels so weird that putting your fingers on them I don't like this controller.
I got 2.
Good. The plastic on this thing is not good. It's very hollow feeling. It just feels like there's almost like a layer between the plastic that's just air. It's like air, it's like plastic, air, plastic, and then the internal components or something. Kind of like a mug, a plastic mug that you got at your, dad's fundraiser for his farm or something like that. They need sheep tassels. That's not a thing, I don't think that's a thing. The plastic for the D-pad is very bad. If you've ever bought one of those fake consoles that plug and plays into your TV, this is what this controller feels like. You've got a D-pad that's hollow feeling, the controller's light and hollow. All of these buttons, you can tell by the kind of plastic, it's that like, it's a bad plastic. Except the sticks feel okay themselves. The actual sticks, the rubber they use on it is nice and tough. The select and start buttons, that's nice. You know me with the rubber select and starts there. It's always gonna get to me. And then out of left field, the face buttons feel incredible. These feel so good. The actual plastic is just so nice and shiny and feels great compared to the rest of the controller. Just doesn't fit in. That's fine too. This PlayStation button's fine. And then, of course, multiple batteries. The actual feel of the buttons, the action is crunchy. The R3s and L3 is crunchy and it will work. It's not terrible. It's not great though. The movement on the analog sticks is good though. This feels good. They go right back. They're not pulling too hard. They feel great. Except for everything else feels terrible, so it doesn't really matter. The D-pad is awful. This makes me want to just want to hurt somebody. I need to find this person who suggested this controller to me. The R2 and L2 buttons, they are triggers. They do move, but they're not good. It's very farty. And then the actual selected starter gray and the face buttons are awesome. The face buttons are so good. They just feel right and they don't have too much travel. They just pow, pow, pow. Ooh. The PlayStation button's actually not too bad either. So let's put some batteries in this thing. Nope, that's not how you put a battery in. It's like I haven't had to do this in a long time. There we go. So let's go ahead and see what this is like. Did our controller just red ring of death? Oh no, Merpins.
What?
We're not going to be able to play Xbox on our PS3s. You know what? Don't use this controller. I can already tell that this is not the controller you want to use. This is the kind of controller, you know what? Give this controller to your 3-year-old stepbrother that you resent because your mom doesn't love your dad anymore. Give this to them when you're playing your Nintendo 64 so that they think they're playing Smash Brothers with you, but they're actually not because you don't love them. That's really dark. Is that too dark?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, fuck your stepbrother. Some asshole in the comments wanted me just to, or you could just replace the battery in a controller you already have. Yeah, I fucking could, so I did. Except for I didn't already have this controller. I bought this on eBay for $6. And when I got it, I didn't realize that the rubber for the left stick fell off. But no big deal. But this thing came kind of beat up, but it still works great. Except for the battery needed replaced. So what did I do? I shoved a PlayStation 4 battery in this thing. It doesn't even close right. I don't care at all. It's great. It still functions. It actually seems to have better battery life now. No shit, huh? You don't even notice, honestly, that this thing doesn't... I think it's even cracking here because of the pressure, but there's nothing wrong with the board. The board's not puncturing anything since the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3 batteries are enclosed in hard plastic, so we don't really have to worry about anything there. But yeah, no, it's great. It works like a PS3 controller. All I need to do is clean it a little bit better, because even though I've cleaned it, I still think somebody's special fun juices in these sockets. Not much else to say about a regular Sony PlayStation DualShock 3. Let's try that Newegg controller out. I have high hopes for this actual Sony official product from Newegg that I got for cheap in a 2-pack. But wait a second. Did this blue controller here come in a box that says black? Charcoal black? Blue? We're not fucking with that one now. We're gonna fuck with this one. I've always wanted a red PlayStation 3 controller. Is the form factor good? Yes. Does it feel like an actual PlayStation plastic? No, not really. It's not even the right kind of red for what PlayStation and Sony brought out, but let's look at this. This is always where you can tell. Oh, look at that. Look at that. They're the same. There's no difference. Obviously, this controller above here, this is an actual Sony controller. Everything, the font's the same. The pictures are the same. The FCC logo's there, so this one's been approved. It's UL listed, just like the actual one I got, out of a case at Walmart or GameStop or whatever the hell I bought this. Man, this is amazing how exact that this is. The plastic for here and for here is not the same. This is that shitty plastic. This is almost the same plastic as from this PowerA controller. This is a little bit lighter than this, but you know what? This would fool a lot of people. It's not real though. I can tell you that already. Just holding it for 1 second, I know that this controller is fake. But does it feel good? That's really what matters. Does it feel good and does it function as good as the real thing? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it. I have no idea. Buttons feel good. They actually do. They're a little loose, but they're okay. A little sharp, actually. Why are they sharp? They're sharp on the edge here. No. The D-pad, I don't know. It's not terrible. I can't tell yet. No, it's not great. L1 and R1 are really good, actually. I actually like them more. Maybe that's just because it's, newer. And those are great too. You can't tell. This feels right. These don't. The left stick is actually harder to move around than the right stick. The right stick is about where you would want it. The left stick's not. The clicks are not good either. Listen to that. This isn't number one. This isn't even how it is when you actually get a new Sony controller. Select and start. So they've done a decent job at knocking off the DualShock 3. Oh. You can't probably see that. This is printed at an angle. This is not perfectly parallel with this line here where the plastic joins itself, whereas in an actual Sony controller, it is. This is not perfect. It's very slightly off, and if you didn't know what you were looking for, you wouldn't notice it. Let's get these set up and see how they do. Let's test out how these connect and how easy it is to set them up. First, I want to try using the PowerA controller, because it's red ringed and I'm not sure if it's going to work. And when it gets plugged in, it has a red red blinking light, and immediately it worked. Immediately. It's connected. Oh, there you go. But the D-pad doesn't do anything in this menu. Only the... Shouldn't the D-pad do something here? Alright, we're going to play this in 3 or 4 games. I want to play this in a side-scroller game. I want to play it in a racing game so we can test out the motion controls. And I want to try it in a first-person shooter, and then of course we got to test Dark Souls. First we're going to start with Battlefield 3. This doesn't seem to be doing anything. Just, what the hell? Can't even turn off. It's not working. Just this is working. Look at that case. Is this supposed to work? Is it not? Is this a PS4 controller? Is this a PS2 controller? What the fuck is this? Did I buy a PS2 controller?
This for PS3.
PS3. PlayStation for PS3. Official licensed product. This thing don't work. Don't work. No, let's try the other port. Nothing. Well, that's disappointing. This is working. What am I supposed to give me the... There's instructions, right? Did I say PowerA?
Yeah.
Alright, let's read the instructions. Let's see if there's anything I missed. Insert USB controller adapter in the port. Put the 3 batteries in it. Press connect. Press home. Do I need an actual controller to get into the game first? Problem. Doesn't do this. Solution. Isn't a solution. This is going to be very anticlimactic, and you're not going to get a lot out of this. I'm sorry. I obviously need a drink after this. I wonder if I can return this still. Did it take too long? I had bought this too long ago. Has it been 30 days? I better be able to return this. If not, I don't care. I'm sending that guy again. I'm sending this controller to you. You know who you are. You know. Sorry guys, this controller doesn't work. I can't tell you if it's good. You know what? No, it's just not good. It's not good. Don't waste any more batteries on me. I'm gonna take these batteries out. Get rid of this piece of shit. That makes me angry. I don't think we need to test the actual Sony controller, but so we won't. Now the idea with this guy is that it should act like an actual PlayStation 3 controller. So plug it in, we hit the home button, it works immediately. We unplug it, and it should still pick it up. Okay, it does. Things. Alright, well, you know what though? This is probably the best fake controller I've used, but I want to tell you, this controller does not work with a PlayStation TV, which is why I know for a fact it is not a legitimate Sony branded PlayStation official controller. This car's slow. Honestly, for what it is, I'm actually very surprised at how good this is. There doesn't seem to be any lag. I'm very surprised at this controller though. It's actually, I don't want to like it, and I like it. I wonder if they're using actual Sony PlayStation 3 DualShock 3 parts in this thing, and they're just modifying it with some other pieces, like, oh, it's got a broken this or that. You see my titties? See the shadows on my titties? Oh, Jesus. I cannot play this game. Holy shit. I'm gonna real quick turn off this controller. We'll go back to an actual PlayStation controller. Let's see if this feels better. See if it feels any better. Oh, yeah. It does. I feel like I'm a lot more in control of what I'm doing here. The dead zone in the center, that was what was bad. It doesn't seem to pick up anything. So my thoughts on that are, don't use this controller in a competitive first-person shooter if that's what you want to do. There's a dead zone. This just, if you can see that? I can just kind of, like, no matter, it's like very small movements I can get. On here, I just can't. It's the same amount of push. See, it's very, I can move it, can't move this, and it's just too stiff. and so I can't control the minuscule things you need to control with this controller. I thought I was liking it, but then switching over, it was fairly obvious that it wasn't good enough for first-person shooters. Even though I died with this controller, I felt like I died much more because I just am shit. Let's try some Castlevania. We obviously can't try with the PowerA. How is this? It's great. You could definitely... We're gonna go here further, but... This is really the way I can tell. If I'm enjoying this with the controller and I'm not getting upset, this is usually okay. I could try using that one game again, but I don't know that I'd play it that often. Oh, I talked over the best part.
I know!
Why'd you let me do that? Do I really have to hit him in the bean? I forgot. She just heals me. I get all these snake bird bitch stuff and I'm powerful. I'm gonna play a little bit more just with Alucard, just to see how I feel. It's not that bad for what it is. I might be able to take the contents of a broken controller or a messed up shell, pop it in here, and it'll look pretty nice. Tell you what, it feels nice playing on here versus playing on my PS Vita. It's great playing on the PS Vita, but playing on a console just feels better, quicker, it seems like. You could play this. You'd be fine. You would be completely fine. The D-pad's good enough. The buttons are a little bit mushy and bad, but you know what? Everything's responding exactly how you would want it to. There's like no lag. You know, perceptible. So I'm happy with the fact of that, but it's just still, it leaves a bitter and bad taste in my mouth that they would do this and try to sell these as real controllers. It's just not right. It's not legal. 6-axis is the motion controls that came in the DualShock 3. Six-axis. Nope. Where's the 6-axis? Doesn't. It has vibration, but I don't think it has. Oh, I didn't turn it on. No, I did. Does it have motion controls? It says 6-axis. So no, this controller does not have 6-axis, which is obviously some of you want this. Nope, don't. This is not it. Cut.
Hello? There's a bomb in the subscribe button? Oh, ShoutHouse, help!
What?
There's a bomb in the subscribe button.
Again?
The only way to defuse it is to get subscribers.
There's only 30 seconds left. And no one's gonna subscribe! Oh, they didn't even put batteries in it this time.